This one for the right to represent the AFC in Super Bowl 56 in L.A. Off we go.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
Ready, set.
Mike 45. Here we go, D. On deck, defense. On deck. 45.
Now Lawrence. That's caught by Hollister.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Handoff running left is Etienne. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. They'll try the left side with Etienne.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Etienne with it.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A handoff for Etienne.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
53 yards rushing for him now. A great start to this AFC title game. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
James Robinson.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Moore now to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now Wilson. He's got Mason complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Jets on the move. Couple of big plays back-to-back.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
They go play action now. Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He's going to air one out. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 67 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a 2nd down and 6. On the counter, Etienne. And he's got some space here. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 46 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a 2nd straight Player of the Week award.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Elijah Moore now, bringing it out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Johnson running right. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Play action. It's Wilson. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And his pass incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Lawrence to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Carl Lawson, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Open man is Denzel Mims. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Wilson on the hook up to Davis. 1st down, Jets. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. To the right. Here we go.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again is Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready to break.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Check 52. General West.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle, fighting him off. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and 11.
60 Pittsburgh.
Let's go, man. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Hey, exit. Check right.
Lawrence will throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Set to return it. Here's Moore. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Wilson. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. To throw is Wilson. He hits Adams complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Down to the 25. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, pumped out. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown. Ben Mason from 4 yards out. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. Sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, his second touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead is up to 15 now. Moore now on the return. And able to get this out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yep.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Corey Davis with his second touchdown of the night. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this, where they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Give them a couple on the scramble. It's second down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
AFC Championship tilt, third quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second and 7.
70, Indy. 45 to Mike.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll run with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jags are moving closer to the franchise's first ever appearance in a Super Bowl as they extend their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Elijah Moore now, bringing it out of his end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Jags grab it. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Etienne. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Robinson. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. James Robinson taking it in from a yard out. And the Jaguars are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Elijah Moore now, bringing it out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he'll be out right at the 35. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And Davis has it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Ready. Accept the ending. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
On 1st down, Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. To the left side here for Eifert. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They give to Johnson going right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down and 4, Wilson. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 5.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. My, oh my, 237 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
45, 45. Mike, 45. Watch the screen. Check.
Recon, 132 fighter.
45,
Now Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. And they will take a knee here. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.